Azrael, written by Lathan D. Is Sean O'Quinn, Senior Prologue. Azrael, known by many names, the Angel of Death, the Grim Reaper, Death's Agent. His name has been spoken and written in many languages, a figure both feared, mourned, and sometimes ceremoniously called upon for relief. He will be the last voice you hear, the last face you see, death's compassion, its final embrace. Chapter 1: The Plane. A plane fights desperately to land at St. Louis Lambert Airport, and lightning tears across the night sky. The plane shakes and the passengers scream and pray aloud as they are thrown about in their seats. Inside the cockpit, the crew is sweating and panicking as the engines fail one by one. Suddenly, he is there. Azrael materializes, silently, unstoppable, hovering between the captain and co-pilot. The navigator turns to see him. The instrument panel conceals half of Azrael's body as he slowly floats upward. A dark-skinned male in his late 40s, with strong, chiseled features and a silver beard that gives him a rugged appearance, has dark, piercing eyes. A strong, commanding build with large black angelic wings coming from his back. He spreads his arms slowly, and the souls of the captain, co-pilot, and navigator drift from their bodies into Azrael's chest. The lifeless shells remain slumped in the seat. Azrael fades through the cockpit doors into the main cabin. Screams echo through the aisle. Frightened passengers scream, reaching for hanging oxygen bags. Those who are attuned with their spirits see him, as he walks forward, arms out and his wings extended. One by one, souls rise from the seats and are absorbed into Azrael's chest until he reaches the end of the makeshift metal coffin. The plane crashes in a fireball. Yet from the wreckage, Azrael emerges. Tears stream down his face. And you can hear the victim's souls cry out from inside his long black leather coat. Chapter 2: The Ride Home. Adrin exits her office, a 40-story glass, shiny high-rise tower in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. She wears a lady's blue $4,000 Chanel power suit. As she leaves, she doesn't speak to anyone, and those who try to speak to her she ignores. She describes herself on her LinkedIn profile as a nonsensical woman who believes people make their own success, and those who aren't successful haven't worked hard enough. She taps her remote to her car, and you hear two chirp. Adrin reaches the parking lot and enters her new red two-door BMW 630i Sports Coupe, which is already running. She speeds off the parking lot, disregarding oncoming traffic, and enters the highway. While traveling at 120 miles per hour, she is on the phone, saying to the other person, "You spend too many resources caring for your elderly mother." She says, "The old lady doesn't even know who you are anymore, let the state take care of her." Just then, Adrin feels a sudden pressure on the left side of her face. A pain radiates down her left side. Azrael appears in the passenger seat of her car. She yells, "How? What are you doing in my car?" Her left hand clenches from pain, and she drops her phone. She looks downward to retrieve her phone, and Azrael raises his left hand close to her body, and her soul travels from her chest into his hand. Adrin slumps at the wheel. Her car is still traveling at 120 miles per hour. Her vehicle drifts out of its lane to the left and strikes a discarded tire on the shoulder of the highway. Her vehicle leaves the ground, jumps the median, and becomes a missile heading into oncoming traffic. Chapter 3. Faith is cruel. We meet Paul, a husband, a father. He is married to Caroline. Together, they have 3 children, Lathan, Norma, and Linda. Joy fills their lives when Caroline tells Paul she is pregnant again, as they travel down the highway for a delayed family dinner. While they discuss baby names and the children sing in the back seats, suddenly, a red sports car jumps the guardrails from the opposite side of the highway and strikes their vehicle head-on. The sound of sirens pierces the night, and Paul's eyes blur, and he loses consciousness. At St. Anthony Hospital, the children suffer only minor wounds. Paul begins to respond to treatment. But Caroline, Caroline is gone. Unresponsive. No breath. No life. 9 months pass. Caroline lies in a bed at Alton Memorial Rehabilitation Home, still unresponsive, still carrying her child. Azrael appears standing behind Paul as he sat at Caroline's bedside. Paul jumps in disbelief at the strange towering figure. He says in a low, deep tone, "Paul, her fate is your choice. I am you, Paul, and what you shall become. Your pureness of heart, your unselfishness, your compassion have brought me to you. My time on this journey has come to an end. I have ushered an unknown number of souls into the afterlife. Their faith, not mine to determine. I am just the bridge they will cross for their last journey. I am tired. I deserve rest. I deserve to be with my loved ones, who await me on the other side." Azrael tells Paul, "You are the chosen one. Your destiny is to become the next Azrael, the angel of death, the bridge between this world and the next, the judge of none, the deliverer of many, justice's final voice." Chapter 4. The struggle. Paul rejects his destiny. He fights against it. He clings to his family. He wants to be there for Caroline and the unborn baby. He wants to raise his children if Caroline does not make it. Paul tries to sleep, but in his dreams, Azrael returns. "Your compassion will deliver those in pain and bring new life into the world." Paul pleads, "Why not take me instead of my wife?" Azrael answers, "If you die, your compassion dies with you. It must live. It must serve. The number waiting to be born. The number waiting to die. Each soul has one choice. To decide whom it will serve. Good or evil. No one can make this choice. No one can die or be born until you make this choice, Paul." Paul visualizes the people suffering from extreme injuries who cannot die. The image of a man who has been decapitated and his head and body convulsing from pain. A person lying at the bottom of a mountain base, folded into a position unimaginable by the human mind, cries out in pain. Mothers are suffering from extended labor because their children cannot be born. Doctors are paralyzed with fear as all of the life-saving measures only make the patients suffer more. A vision of his wife flashes into his mind, and he screams, believing he will be the one to take her life and the life of his unborn child. Chapter 5. Acceptance. Paul accepts his calling. Azrael leads him to room 2221. Azrael stands behind Paul. His body dematerializes into Paul's back. Ms. Barrington lies on life support. As doctors disconnect her, and the machine powers down, Paul, the new Azrael, raises his right hand reluctantly, and her soul floats into his chest. As a tear falls from his left eye at that same moment, Caroline stirs. Her blood pressure rises. She awakens, and gives birth to a baby boy. Paul, now Azrael, walks through the hospital wall into the hallway, which earlier was an ocean of screams and family members crying for relief. Paul, now reborn as Azrael, fades away. Epilogue. Azrael finds Percy Stykes, who is wanted for the rape and kidnapping of 3 children. Paul leans close and whispers, "I am Azrael, the final voice of justice." Later, he returns to the place of the car accident, where it all started for him. And in the distance, a vision of the old Azrael, embracing a woman wearing clothes of centuries past, who weeps as she embraces him with the passion of a long-lost loved one. Azrael, the angel of death, the judge of none, the deliverer of many, justice's final voice, and compassion itself.